We've learned of a situation here that we're working through right now. I'm as surprised as all of you, and I'm learning and gathering information as you are. So with that, I'll open up to any questions that you have.
How much did you know about this at all?
None. Zero. Yep, absolutely nothing.
When did you find out?
I just found out. So clearly there was some articles yesterday, but in terms of contact with the NCAA, I haven't had any. Our AD and president have, but other than that, you know, it's a joint effort. It's a cooperative effort. Once we learned of you know, the allegations, we wanted to make sure that we're doing our due diligence, and obviously want to cooperate with the NCAA.
Any idea how long they'll be on campus for?
I have no idea. I really don't know. My job is to support that. Clearly, this is not aligned with the university's mission or goals or values. It's not aligned with Mr. Eichhorst or the president. Certainly not mine. And again, I've been in this profession for 16, 17 years and haven't had any NCAA issues. So it's important that if there are things there, that we're honest, that we don't compromise our integrity, and that we move forward. And again, since I've been here, you know, the kids have been incredible. So we'll make sure we get to the bottom of it.
If there are current players that were active in some illicit behavior, what would your message be to them?
Well, to be honest, to be truthful, and move forward. Again, I don't know. I'm learning of it, so it's hard for me to comment on that. But as we move forward, I mean, there's only one way to go here, is to be honest. Clearly, we don't need these types of things, you know, to be a great team. We don't need it. You know, we have 24 commitments right now, and not one of them have taken an official visit. Not one of them have been on our campus. They're aligned with our core values, what we want to get done. The types of principles and culture that we'll have here are, you know, they're obviously congruent with our coaching staff and direction of our football program. So, again, this is tough for me to discuss, guys, because this happened all before I got here, and certainly Mr. Eichhorst feels the same way. So we take this stuff seriously, but at the same time, boy, it's we've made so much progress in the last 8 months that we don't want to go backwards.
What are you going to do to ensure this doesn't happen again?
Well, we do something every day. Again, I can't speak for the previous coaches that have been here, but you know, for instance, every player has a cane code, and in that cane code, we talk about extra benefits, we talk about agents, we talk about all those different things. So there's not only a compliance component, there's an educational component. Every day this summer, our kids get an email from me about the things that have occurred in Chapel Hill or at Georgia Tech or at Ohio State. So we're going to continue to be proactive, and we got to make sure the third parties stay away from our student athletes. And again, I said this to Sean yesterday. Since I've been here, this is the tightest compliance department that I've been around. What I mean by that is that they are strong. They have incredible manpower. They're on top of everything, and for me, that's good as a head coach, because it helps you sleep at night. So Dave Reed and his group do a tremendous job.
If you knew then what you know now, would you still be here?
Yeah, absolutely. This is University of Miami. It's a special place. It is. I can't tell you enough that this is an incredible place, and that you know, you have a chance to do so many wonderful things, whether it's academically or from a football standpoint. So we're not going to let this you know, knock us backwards. Again, we have great kids on this team. To the extent, you know, that they may have made a mistake, okay, that's fine. But that's also part of growing up, and what we have to teach them now is that if something did occur, let's be honest and move forward.
What was your emotion when you found this out?
Well, you know, as you know, you could probably see it in my face right now that I'm disappointed, but I'm more disappointed because of the strides that we have made as a football program, and the culture and understanding, you know, how to conduct ourselves in the community and those types of things, and how hard these kids have worked and how much leadership the seniors have provided. So we've made great strides. Again, we're going to look at this. You know, again, I don't know the extent of it, but we're going to look at it like you know, it's you know, we're disappointed about it, but we're not discouraged. We're going to keep moving forward.
How many of your student athletes are being interviewed?
Have any of your players been interviewed? Do you expect them to be interviewed by the NCAA?
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure they will. You know, again, I'm learning, George. I'm learning this as you guys are. I'm no different than you. And again, they're not going to include me in this process. And to be honest with you, what we've learned from some of the other incidents that have occurred recently, is that they're not permitted to discuss it with me. So if they do contact a student athlete, they're gonna talk to them specifically and not include me in the situation.
Al, are you concerned at all that there might be an effect on commitments, recruits, or current players that might get worried and transfer?
I don't think so. I really don't believe it's to that level. I think clearly the student athletes that are committed to us know who we are, know what our core values are, know what we're committed to. So, you know, again, the timing is unfortunate because we've been doing so many good things. Our kids are doing a great job in practice. The recruiting's going well. So the timing is unfortunate. But again, if the allegations, if some prove to be true, then we'll get it corrected.
Coach,
How
how are
do you
you
keep
and
them
your
focused?
team going to stay on track and keep?
Well, we just have to. I mean, we have to. I mean, you know, that's part of being tough and having unity and staying together. So we'll stay focused. You know, I'm certain of that. Again, we're disappointed, but we're not discouraged. And again, there's going to be a life lesson here. If again, we're talking about allegations from a man that's behind bars now. So I mean, if you know, if these do hold some truth, then we'll deal with them. You know, there's no other way to do it.
How do you make?
The NCAA can't talk to you, but you can talk to your kids.
No. The NCAA, if they're doing an investigation, they will not have me interfere with their interaction with our student athletes.
So you can't say to your kids,
No.
"This is true. Tell me what happened."
No, I'm out of it. So I'll be completely out of it. And again, we want it that way. We want to be cooperative. And again, it's unfortunate, but it's hard for me to stand up here and defend something that occurred, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. And again, my record with the NCAA, our staff's record, our commitment to our student athletes since we've been here, you know, speaks for itself, and we're going to leave it at that.
The players,
how tough
weren't available today. Was it just because of today, or is it until you figure out what's going on?
Again, I'm living day by day right now. So we just had the meeting where everybody was told that we just make sure we cooperate and all that. So I don't think it was fair to have them just come out here. We're getting ready to practice. So from that standpoint, we didn't think it was fair to the kids.
Were there
How
multiple
tough-
NCAA investigators on campus, or more than one, or just one?
Don't know. Can't tell you.
Coach, there was reports that there's been an internal investigation about this. Can you say if that's true?
It is true. That's what I started with. It's a joint venture. As soon as Sean got wind of something, he made sure we're making sure that we look back at all the years and his involvement with you. And we're doing all the things that we should be doing.
So the internal investigation started now. It didn't start previous to maybe you or Sean getting here.
I don't know that. I don't know the extent of that. This is the first I've heard of it, B, so I don't know.
How tough is it to police guys like that around the program? I mean, this guy was on the sidelines. He was, you know, how tough is it?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, again, I'm going to reserve judgment until I learn more, but we got to continue to do that. But clearly, you know, we're not immune to it. You know, if it can happen in small college towns across the country, it can certainly happen in Miami. So, again, I'm going to learn and see what the facts hold, and then we'll go from there.
Football related, did
Well,
Curtis?
please.
Well, it might not be a
It was a
question you want to.
scrimmage
It
the
might
other
not
day.
be something you want to ask about, be asked about. But Curtis Porter, did he get nicked up the other day, or is he okay?
No, Curtis is doing good.
Okay, good.
Curtis has had a good camp right now. He's been running with the ones, and he's had a real good camp, and I appreciate his attitude, especially the last 4 practices. I think he's really made a lot of progress.
Coach, your depth at running back, what do you expect out of that group, and can they carry an offense?
Yeah, absolutely. They can carry an offense. You know, and I think Clemens and Hall have been a really pleasant surprise for us this training camp. And Higgins, you know, is not just a fullback; he's also a one-back. So, you know, so we've used Higgins in multiple capacities as an H-back, a fullback, and a one-back. Clearly, Lamar and Michael are fighting it out for the starting job, but it's an interesting battle there between Hall and Clemens for 3. Because you know, Hall coming off the injuries in shape now, and he's starting to look like we thought he would. And Clemens is playing tailback.
Coach,
Five touchdown passes. I was wondering, did all those drives, did they culminate in long drives? Were some of them starting really close to the goal line?
No, you know, it was interesting because we did drive the ball early in the game, early in the scrimmage, because we started one was on our -2, and one of those was the actual interception. that occurred down inside the 10. So it was a 90-yard drive. The other one culminated in a field goal, which was a bomb by Jake, which I'm really excited about. So most of them were drives, and there were a couple late. The last one was a 70-yard drive on a 2-minute drill.
Can you talk about the quarterbacks then, and each one?
Yeah,
again,
I mean we're
progress?
yeah, it's a close call. We're over 70% as a group. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, and then Ryan Williams also had a good day too. 6 for 6 with a TD. So it's a competitive deal right now. We'll try to figure out here in the next 5 to 8 days who the starter is, and we'll let you know as soon as we know.
Is Ryan Williams' situation still the same?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to. I told you, George. As soon as we know something on that, it's like everything else. As soon as I know, you'll know. We'll get it out there to you. But I appreciate that you guys are anxious about it.
The first family day you had out here, I guess the recruits said they really liked it. What's sort of your take on how it went?
It's just us, I mean, when you have a scrimmage and your coaches are coaching and preparing and meeting and doing all that, you really, a lot of coaches in this business don't want to do that because it just exposes you for who you are, period. And that was, to me, that was the greatest thing about it. It was just who we are from the brunch that we had in President Shalala talk and our deans and professors. Made sure the kids knew from an academic standpoint what we're all about, and then they came over here. They did a panel with some of the injured players, Chantrell, some of those guys, John Calhoun and those guys, about 5 or 6 guys, came out here, watched the scrimmage. Again, that's pulling the covers back and saying that this is who we are, and they loved it. And so that's what I'm excited about. And again, I can't speak for what happened here before, but I'll go back to what I said earlier. Right now we have 24 commits, and not one of them have taken an official visit, not one of them have been on campus. So whatever this guy was doing, prior to that, we're doing it the right way and it's working. And we're committed to these young people, and I know they're committed to us.
Who went to the family day then?
It was kids that are committed and kids that were recruiting. So and clearly, we got another big commitment. I'm not allowed to comment on names and all that, but clearly we're moving in the right direction there.
What was it like having the team over at your house Sunday night? I heard you had a particular...
No, we were over at the pool. Oh, okay. We were over at the pool. I don't know if my wife would go for the team over at my house. No, we were over at the pool, and we just had a good time. The kids started going in the pool and doing those things. So, again, they worked really hard the first week, so we wanted to give them Sunday night off, and then yesterday they were off, and hopefully they got their legs underneath them and we'll be ready to go.
Asante Cleveland wasn't a guy that you got to see much of in the spring.
Yeah, well, you know what? When my first practice, I think, was around December 14th or 15th, and I said, Asante looks like he's one of the best out here. And so we missed him all spring, and now he's coming back. But he's really doing a good job. He's competing for a starting job right now. And did a nice job Saturday.
Streeter.
2 more questions.
Can you talk about Streeter? Excuse me.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna stay tempered on Street. For me, it's with Street, it's about consistency. And I don't want to say, okay, he's this, and then he's that, he's this, he's that. No, to me, it's like, okay, be the same guy every day, be consistent. But no question, he caught the ball in traffic. He caught the ball in his hands. And he did made some really big plays. He's in much better condition, and he's trusting his hands right now, which is really good for our football program.
So, Coach, with that tempered message to him, what did you say to him that you want to say?
Same guy every day, consistent. Okay, he's got the foundation now. He's trained himself to use his hands more and stop trapping it against his body. He's playing like a 6'3", wide out now. We always knew he can run. Okay, he's not getting tired. So again, for me, for him to make the last play of the scrimmage in the 2-minute drive, catch a ball that was literally 11 feet. I mean, it was above the crossbar. Okay, that tells me he's not tired. He's competing. He's finishing. And that's what we want to get out of him every day.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.